What are some questions you might have about all that?
You know, there's so many thoughts and theories about when to eat, when not to eat. You know, eat 6 meals, 6 small meals.
Mhm.
No, you eat 3 and then
Mhm.
2 healthy snacks.
Mhm.
And I think for most people it's so confusing.
Mm-hmm.
At least for me it is.
Right.
You know, don't eat past 8, or yes, it's okay to eat past 8. You know, all those questions. But
Right.
mostly for me, it's the 6 small meals versus 3. I don't have time to eat 6 small meals a day.
Right.
Is it better to get up and eat breakfast and then have a snack and then lunch and a snack and dinner? And then there's that intermittent fasting where you don't eat until you're hungry, so you go at least 12 hours without eating.
Oh, wow, there's something to say in that.
That's a big craze right now.
To go 12 hours without eating
Mhm.
and then eat.
And breaking the fast, so you're fasting from say 8 to 8.
Oh, at night, I got
Uh-huh.
you, I got you.
That's a fast, or you can, some people go longer.
Uh-huh,
They'll go 8 to 12 the
Uh-huh.
next day,
uh-huh.
and only eat from like 12 to 6 or 12 to 8.
Huh.
So it's all this kind of stuff that people are dealing with that we don't know what to do.
Right,
We don't know what
It's
to
confusing.
believe. Yeah.
yeah.
Even on Dr. Oz, they'll say, you know, eat 6 small meals. The next day they'll say, how about fasting, or how about trying this? And I think it's screwing with your metabolism.
Yeah,
Or do you listen to your body when your body's hungry?
right.
Do you eat? Do you
Right.
wait till you get famished to
Mhm,
eat?
mhm, mhm.
So,
Okay, so here's what I want to do, because my man here is like a nutrition guy.
Yeah.
So would you be willing to just, here's what I want you to do, because you know where I stand, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to answer her questions with the science, because he's got the science.
oh, good,
All
okay.
right, all right, so, yeah, so that's some good stuff, man, when you're looking at the idea of all of those questions, right? Because it's like just this plethora of questions that are out there about food and when and how and all that, and you know, it's just confusing for everybody. And so we're gonna bring Tim in, who's done some work and study, you know, at TCU with nutrition, and so he'll give you the basic science stuff, and then we'll look at where we agree and not agree, and then, you know, maybe that'll add some,
Okay,
maybe we can integrate some of that stuff and create some clarity for you and
perfect.
for
Perfect.
the Fitness Solution Nation.
So, I guess starting nutrition-wise, you kind of have to know how you expend calories and how you gain calories. So when you expend calories, there's basically 4 ways you can do it. There's just your basal metabolic rate, which is just you existing. There's your exercise expenditure. There's a thermic defective food. And then there's another one that's just radiation, or not radiation, or like little movements like this, just that you do throughout the day, that burn a little bit of calories. So there's four main ways you burn calories, and the main way you get calories in is you eat them. So carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and alcohol all have calories. And then you have vitamins, minerals, and water. So those are basically what you're dealing with. And at the end of the day, in order to lose weight, it's calories in versus calories out. So Mr. Murray likes to talk about that. No matter what you eat, if it's calories in and calories out, you're going to lose weight. And I agree with him. Even in studies, they've shown that your lipid levels will lower, like your blood triglycerides, your cholesterol will lower, stuff like that. So there is merit to just bringing down your calories overall and restricting what you're eating, even if what you're eating isn't healthy. That's why a lot of kids and a lot of athletes who are like really, really active can just eat whatever they want.
Oh, see.
Yeah. So then, did you have something to go along with that?
No, I mean, that's my deal, you know, and because I always cite the guy from Kansas, right, who he just ate junk food, and he lowered his calories, and he ate junk food, and he lost weight.
So 1,500 calories of pizza is the same as 1,500 calories of vegetables and fruit and meat?
In terms of calories.
But what they do internally is going to be different?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
So then,
But now, I will say though that the guy did, and I'll find that, but the guy did he did blood work and all that kind of stuff, and that even got better.
So I can explain why that happens.
Okay.
So
Here's
when
the
you
science.
when you lose fat, okay. So basically, when you take a blood panel, they're going to give you a reading of everything: your blood triglycerides, your cholesterol, HbA1c, stuff like that. So it's going to determine if you're diabetic, if you have high cholesterol, if you have high blood triglycerides, etc. So that's what you get when you get a blood test.
Right.
So the question in nutrition really doesn't have to do with weight loss, because it's kind of easy to lose weight once you understand how to do it. The question is, how do you decide what you're going to do based around your goals?
Right, exactly.
So if you want to eat junk food and just work out hard and train really hard, you can. But that's not beneficial to your blood lipid levels or your blood cholesterol levels as much as a healthy diet would be. So by increasing soluble fiber, you're able to bind more bile in your cholesterol in your small intestine and excrete that more. So if you had a high fiber diet, then you're able to lower your blood cholesterol. If you had, let's say, high blood glucose, which would mean you have diabetes or pre-diabetic, if you were to eat something like complex carbohydrates instead of simple carbohydrates, you're effectively going to lower your blood glucose levels. Your pancreas is going to respond better with the insulin dosages, and you're not going to have such high energy levels throughout the day. So once you
So we got more up and down kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, so once you realize that, then it's kind of, you kind of realize the importance of eating at least some healthy foods in your diet as compared to some junk foods.
Right.
So then where does that balance come in? So is it like 80-20 healthy junk food? And that all depends on the individual and back to what calories are somebody's expending versus what calories somebody's gaining.